Me and my wife were talking about Stephen T. Witch was a boss.
Yeah, he's the DJ
He
on
was
the
the
Ellen
DJ
Show.
on Ellen DeGeneres, right?
Yeah, but he did a lot of other
He
things
did a lot
too.
of other things. Very talented guy, very happy guy. He just had a larger than life personality. And the thing is that we never know what's going on behind closed doors in people's lives. Sometimes a person, you see it a lot in comedians.
Yes.
You see it a lot in comedians. They could be the most funniest people. Like, you look at Robin Williams, they could be the most funniest people on stage. And even what's his name? Who's that guy? John Leguizamo. He was saying how one time he had a nervous breakdown. Just had a complete nervous breakdown. And when you watch John Leguizamo, he's like the funniest guy on earth. I love that guy. But you say, how did he have a nervous breakdown? So you don't really know what goes on behind closed doors. People could have certain things going
I,
on in
I
their
heard
lives. Go
I
ahead,
heard
John.
what was the guy? Chris Farley was actually very depressed, and
Well,
he
I
never
read
takes.
about it.
Yeah.
I happen to be a very, very big Chris Farley
Mm-hmm.
fan. I think
Read
that Chris
everything.
Farley is probably one of the most, if not the most, funniest man that has ever lived on planet Earth. But from what I've read about Chris Farley, his hero in his life was John Belushi. And that's it. It's like he wanted to live reckless. He wanted to live like John Belushi, which meant drugs, which meant partying to the highest level, and like Animal House. If you ever saw that movie, and it's just that's the way he lived, and it's a shame because he died very young, and the world misses him. I miss him, man. I mean, that guy was the funniest man alive, and it's terrible. But like I said, you don't know what the motives are, but apparently,
But this
go
guy,
ahead.
Steven T. Witch Boss,
Yeah.
he just seemed so happy. Like he had a wife, three kids. He was always posting on social media. They all look so happy. I've been told like
Elon Musk.
Thanksgiving,
Elon
they
Musk
all
said.
look so happy.
Elon Musk said it the best. Elon Musk. I one time read a tweet, and he said, "People may look very happy on social media. They may look very happy on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and you think they're the perfect family. You think they're living the perfect life,
Mm-hmm.
but then behind closed doors, they're miserable. They're filing for divorce."
It's true. I've
Eh,
met so many people I know on Facebook, and when I get to know them again, privately, it's a whole nother story than all those pictures that you see all the time on Facebook.
I'm not gonna mention names because I don't want to embarrass my wife because this is someone she knows. I'm not gonna mention names, but I'll just give you an example, okay? So there's someone we know. I'm not gonna say who they are because I'm not gonna embarrass anybody. But we all went to David Buster's. I'll give you an example, okay? And it was our family and their family, okay? And on Facebook, this particular woman, she's a Christian. She's always posting, everything. God is good. I love Jesus saved us. All these wonderful, beautiful things, right? And you look at them on Facebook; they're very happy people. So everyone's smiling, thumbs up, eating pizzas, partying, having a great time. Okay, so when we went to David Buster's, apparently this woman and her husband they had a major, major fight. He said he wished that she dies of cancer. Okay, which was a terrible thing. Knowing even my wife's condition, God bless my beautiful wife. I wish her all the best of health and happiness and success in the world. I love her dearly, my wife. But so this person who knew my wife very well said that. And then the woman who was his wife took out a can of mace and was going to basically, she said she wanted to blind him. So I'm like, whoa, you know? Long story short, I was like, do you want, I was trying to maybe separate them because the kids were there, they were crying. I was like, listen, why don't I do this? Why don't Jennifer will take blah blah, the guy home. I'll take the wife home because
It sounds pretty bad, actually.
it sounds bad, but we wanted to separate. I thought this woman was gonna kill him. You know what I mean? So long story short, they were like, "We're gonna be fine." In other words, this was normality to them. This was something they
Yeah.
do every day. The children,
We're
even though
used
we're,
to
we're
it.
sad, we're kind of used to it. And the next day, when we called them up, they're like, they're all happy. They're like, "Everything's fine. Hey, how you doing?" So, I mean, I don't know. So, the point I'm going with all of this is that people may appear happy on social media, and then you're probably thinking, "Are you really happy?" No, I really am happy. I'm a legitimately very, very happy guy and have a beautiful family, and truthfully, I'm very happy. Thank God, God is good. But just God bless, this gentleman. It's terrible
Yes, and
that
his family, his wife, his 3 kids, they lose their
suicide
mind.
is something you should never do. You
No,
got to
always
think
reach
of
out to help. There's always somewhere to reach out.
you got to think of the people who need you in this world. You got to think of the people who love you in this world, and you can't. I always call it a selfish act, and I'm sorry to say that. Even if I insult people, I apologize. Look, I had a cousin. I had a cousin who committed suicide. Okay, and I just feel it was something that could have been avoided. In his particular case, I believe it was that he was not coming out of the closet. I think he was a homosexual, and he was afraid to confront his parents. He actually had a fiance.
Yeah, he was getting
He was
married.
getting married. He was living a lie. I think he
Hmm.
was living a lie, and he just he just didn't want to confront anyone, and he committed suicide. And I just it's just not. Listen, come on. You know what I mean? Your family loved you. They would have accepted you. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking when a person feels that their life gets to a certain point where they can't open up, they can't talk to people because remember something, people love you in this world. People need you. People will accept you no matter what, no matter anything. No matter what even if you feel that you're going through the worst possible financial problem or health problem or addiction, there's always help. And I believe that you could always turn your life around. I do believe. I mean, sometimes, listen, it's out of our hands. If it's something that you can't control, if it's a serious health thing, I mean, listen, that's God's will. That's God's will. But if it's something like an addiction, if it's something that you could talk to someone about it, suicide, cancel it, take it off your list. There's always a way to fix a problem. Remember, there's always a solution. There is always a light. You just got to walk towards a light. Don't fall into the darkness. Anyway, God bless him. May he rest in peace. God bless him and his family.